Hello my lovelies, it's Lunar Light Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, if you're new, I am so honored to have you with me here today. So y'all saw that title, you already know what it is. This is How Have You Changed? All about your glow up. So we're going to be talking about how people notice that you've changed and again how you've grown up, okay? So I have 4 piles here in front of me for that. Here is the first pile with clear quartz. Number 2 is with opalite. Number 3 is with rose quartz, and number 4 is amethyst. Okay, so go ahead and take your pick, of course. I also have the OG reading for you guys at the end. That is for anybody who likes, comments, subscribes, supports my channel. Extra special reading to show you guys how much I care about you, but it's going to be all about, do you have haters? And if you do, how many of them? And what do they think of you? Okay, so guys, get ready for a super sunny edition of Lunar Light Tarot. I don't think I've ever had this much light in a video. So I'm super excited to just get this started for you guys, okay? So hope you guys have picked, and I will see you at your pile, okay? Bye-bye. Hey there, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this lovely queer quartz, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm starting off today with the Modern Witch Tarot, in case y'all are interested in getting these cards. Look how sunny it is today. I'm like living my best life right now. All right, and so are the people outside, so you might hear some background noise. So let's go ahead and get into how you have grown up, what people notice have changed about you. All right, so starting off here, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and this coming into the reading is kind of like where you were before. So people had kind of noticed that you were really down on yourself in the past. You know, you were someone who really, didn't outwardly show that they love themselves. You know, maybe you were like putting yourself down a lot, or you didn't really seem like you have a lot of self-confidence in the past. And now people see you as being someone who's really stable within themselves, comfortable in their skin, also a really great match romantically. People see you as a fantastic catch, partly because you are so comfortable in your skin, partly because you do have so much confidence now, okay? This is also like mental stability as well. You also have the King of Cups. So I feel like you guys have this really great practical approach to emotions now. Maybe in the past you would get like totally drown in your emotions, and they would like kind of take over your decision-making abilities, and it'd be really tough for you to move forward if you were feeling you've had a bad day or stuff like that. But people see now that you're really solid in your emotions, that you were able to watch and survey them, but not necessarily to become engulfed in them, and have them be the only thing that you think about or the only way that you can operate. All right, so it's like you become really stable emotionally. People have really taken note of that, okay? They've also taken note of your intuition. People feel like you're very intuitive, you're very wise now, you've been through a lot, and you really just understand, you're very stable, you're very practical. People see that you've let go of a lot of things that were holding you back in the past behaviors, past beliefs, and now you're just kind of like this butterfly, flying around, being hot. I know what to say. All right, so let's go ahead and get some more messages from the Tarot of Sexual Magic here. So how have you changed? Tell me all about their glow up. Tell me about their glow up physically. How has pile number 1 physically grown up? For those who chose clear quartz. All right. Ooh, wow. Ace of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups upright now. So again, people are noticing that you have a lot of self-love. People are also thinking that you'd be a great match romantically. Again, like you're a great catch. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, you have quite a few people who are into you, actually. I'm just going to take it as it comes. Okay, one more here. We have 2 8s that wanted to show up, and the sun. Okay, so I keep saying you guys are hot, and it's most definitely true, okay? I'm with the sun. That does represent hotness. All right, I'm in the sun. I'm sweating right now. People are sweating around you. They get nervous. Probably, I'm not even kidding. I actually think people do get nervous around you sometimes because your energy is so powerful now. You're in a much more stable place. So again, back to this Ace of Cups. A lot of people do think you're really sexy. A lot of people think you're really intuitive. That you, like people who know about this kind of terminology would say that you have a very expanded crown chakra. You're just that kind of person. Yeah, there are quite a few people who want to get with you, quite a few people who want to date you right now, all right, especially if you're single. Yeah, with the 8 of Swords here, they're people holding themselves right back right now because they want to, have a role with you in the hay. I'm also seeing that you guys could have worked on your body tone, like physique and all of that. I'm seeing that your physique is like really fine. You guys are really leveled up in your clothing sense as well. You know, wearing more stylish, cool clothing. People like what you wear. I think you guys have really mastered your hair as well. Like whatever you guys do with your hair, people really love it. Like your hair is really blown up as well. All right. Yeah, people have a lot of like lustful feelings towards you as well. It's not just all romance, okay? For sure, for sure. And we got Eight of Wands. All right. Eight of Wands is about communication. There could be someone who wants to communicate with you soon. Tell you how you feel about you. You know, someone new coming in possibly. We'll see what we get later on in the reading, of course. This is like turning into a love reading. But yeah, there are plenty of people who definitely hold the flame for you. People think, okay, so either you've like trimmed down and you become more toned, or you've become like more plump, and people just love your look. Okay, people love the look, especially if you are a person who has breasts. People feel like you have really plump, beautiful breasts. All right, succulent. I'm just kidding. But yeah, there are people who really want to kind of give you a lot of good energy, wait on you hand and foot. I mean, you can see this person in the card here is basically like feeding this woman a fig. So, you know, people want to feed you figs, boo. Like, I don't know what to say. Okay. Then we have the Sun. So, clarifying the Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is, again, like you've released a lot of negative mindsets, behaviors, etc., to give way to all of this like fiery, passionate personality and this intense love for yourself, okay? Which in turn is really projecting out to others. People are finding that very, very attractive, all right? People think that you're very sexy, very fiery, very hot, okay? Let's go ahead and move on to my white cards now. How have you changed? Tell me about your glow up. Okay. I can see myself with you long term. What was I just saying, guys? Again, you have a lot of people who are interested in you romantically, people who are interested in dating you. You know? How have you changed? How have you grown up? For those who chose clear quartz. Alrighty, this one wants to come out. Oh, fair enough. Okay, I'm worried about you. Are you okay? You know what? I'm getting this as a past energy. Like, people used to worry about you and kind of be like, you know, like, clear quartz doesn't seem to really love themselves in the way that they deserve, or, you know, they kind of are down on themselves. Like, I wonder, you know, like, are they good? And you seem to be in a much better place now. Okay, all about your glow up. I feel like I've known you before. Okay, so there are a lot of people who have been watching you glow up. Even people who are like kind of off to the sidelines, I'm feeling, like on your social media and stuff like that. They're watching you because they are really impressed with the ways that you've grown, all right? With I feel like I've known you before. It's like you're a whole different person now. So it's like, whoa, like I feel like I knew you before, but now I don't know you. All right. We also have confused, torn in two directions, good-hearted, and lost. So seriously, you have changed so much. People are like confused. Like, that's what I'm getting here. People are actually like shocked about the way that you change, you know? Like, they didn't think that you'd come out of this, I think is what's going on here. You definitely have some people who were like doubting you, doubting whether you can come out of a phase that you went through. And now here we go. I think I'm falling in love with you. And now they're all like shocked and confuzzled and bewildered and like kind of turned on, you know, by you. Like, I think I'm falling in love, you know? They're just, people are definitely shook by the fact that you are someone who is so malleable, that you can change so much in such a short amount of time and really become the person who you want to be. So people are very impressed with you, all right? That's why they're coming out like, whoa, I'm shocked and I think I have feelings for you now, all right? Let's look at these in the Energy Oracle. I haven't used these in hella long, okay? All about your glow up. How have they changed? For those who chose pile number 1. How have they changed? All right, all tied up. Yeah, I felt like in the past that you could have really held yourself back from things, or like it felt like you had to be held back. Either like you dimmed your light, people dimmed your light for you, and you know, you kind of let it happen. It just kind of felt like restricted and you know, tied up. Also, your energy was kind of like all over the place a bit, like not to call you out or anything, of course, but yeah, this is the ways that you've grown up. You're not like this any longer. But yeah, with the yin and yang in reverse, this is kind of like your masculine feminine energy was off balance. And I don't want to get too woo-woo, you know, how this can go on YouTube. But all I'm saying is that you could have been, like I said, with the Ace of Cups in reverse, like too caught up in your emotions, too caught up in your own perspective. And now you really have this higher perspective. Now you really are able to survey your emotions and not get caught up in them. And like, you know, you're able to remove yourself from feeling overwhelmed, right? So that's really good. How have you changed? Rest and rejuvenation. Yeah, you can really, you can do a lot more now for yourself. Because you really do take this time to rest when it's necessary, and you also don't subject yourself to getting, again, caught up in these, like, being overly emotional or like overreacting to things. Let me not say overly emotional, but like overreacting to things. And in that way, you really opened yourself up to a lot more peace. You know what I mean? Being able to kind of just take a second and be like, okay, this isn't worth my time. This isn't worth my energy. People know that they can't get to you anymore. People know they can't, you know, poke you in the same way that they used to. And they're really impressed by that. You know, some people felt like you'd never come out of that. Well, you showed them. All right, how have you changed? All about your glow up. How have you changed, Clear Quartz? All right, ooh, beautiful. Exactly what I'm talking about. Heart healing. My courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and a deeper relationship with myself. This is gorgeous. Exactly what's happening. You know, you guys are really deep in your relationship with yourself. You got to this point where you can understand what you need, understand what you don't need, and kind of act according to that. You know what I mean? You got to this point where you can really manage your stress well. You can manage your emotions well. For some of you guys, again, with the hair, like you've dyed your hair. You've dyed your hair. You might have gotten like highlights. See, some guys with like money pieces, you know, those pieces in the front, people dye and make lighter. Some of you guys are like embracing your roots more. You know, you're embracing your ethnicity and maybe like dressing in ways that like reflect that. You know what I mean? Some traditional garb sometimes, or like incorporating traditional elements into your clothing style. It's not gonna resonate for everybody, you know, and it is what it is there. Okay, what else you got? You guys are also become like more natural, more naturalistic. I don't necessarily mean like makeup, but like, I don't know, you guys are more authentic within yourselves. Some of you guys definitely do wear less makeup or things like that, or your skin is cleared up, stuff like that. How have you changed? All about your glow up. Ooh, I never got this one before. Inner wakefulness. I am completely awake and tuned into my truth, clarity, and inner wisdom. Wow, I love that. Okay, this is just gorgeous. Like, so again, you guys are really tuned into yourself. You know, you're someone who understands, again, like what you need. I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but it's because it's so true. Some of you guys have like brown hair. Some of you guys have like red hair, reddish brown hair. That's gonna be both. There's somebody out there with blue highlights. You know who you are, boo. Hello. Some of you guys like to wear flowers in your hair, like wear flower prints. Some of you guys have piercings. You got piercings and that really glowed you up. Love the piercings. All right. How have you changed? How have you glowed up? All right. And then the last one, I'll take this one here, is savoring the positive. Beautiful. I allow myself the spaciousness of savoring delicious gifts in my life. Okay, food and otherwise. that's my addition there. So yeah, again with the pearls, like you guys have really leveled up your style and your accessory game for sure. Again with the red hair, some of you guys have red hair, some of you guys have brown hair, strawberry blonde. Those are coming through as well. But again, it's like you guys are really resonating with the light that you have inside of yourselves. This is also like you giving yourself the freedom and the space to fly, the freedom and the space to be yourself. And people have really noticed that, you know, you're unapologetically yourself and you don't dim your light for anybody. So I just love this. This is gorgeous. All right, pal number one, I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you like this one, you probably like the OG reading as well. Go ahead and check out that. It's the end of the video. It's going to be all about, do you have haters? How many of them? And what do they really think of you? Okay, I'm going to get the tea for y'all. You already know what it is. And if you want a personal reading from me, I would love to help you guys out. Look in my description box below for my services link, and that will have all the stuff about a reading with me. Now is still the best time to book, guys, because I will be increasing my prices once I get my website out. And I swear that's happening in due time, but yeah, that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, love and light. Bye-bye. Hey there, pile number 2. If you chose this beautiful Opalite crystal, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm starting off today with the Modern Witch Tarot. And this is, of course, how have you changed? And it's all about your glow up. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get straight into it here. Alright, so I'm starting off with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And I'm just going to tell you guys what people, used to think about you. Don't take offense to this, but people used to think that you didn't really have much direction in life, that you were too caught up in maybe partying and drinking and having fun to really have much direction or I'm so sorry, but even a future. People were like, yeah, they may have dreams, but they're not really gonna achieve all these crazy dreams they're gonna set out to do. They're too focused on partying over here with Three of Cups in reverse. They're too focused on having fun, too focused on their studies or on their career. They didn't really just care that much. And people now are like, oh my God, I was so freaking wrong, because now you have all these opportunities coming in for you. Now you're a bad bitch, you know what I mean? You level up your cash, and your life is just leveling up in all these amazing ways. You probably guys, excuse me, probably have a great career. You're probably doing really well in school. If you are in school, people are just shocked the way you just did a 180 in your life here. And now you guys are very careful about who you work with, who you collaborate with, because people in the past didn't believe in you, didn't see your potential or believe in your potential. And so now you guys are like, okay, if anybody's gonna give me any of that energy, you guys can kick rocks. I'm gonna be successful. You don't even understand my vision, And people are kind of sad they can't work with you any longer, because again, you guys are on the rise now. Becoming popular or just doing a lot of really fantastic things in your life, okay? Getting a lot of great opportunities. All right, so let's check out the Tarot of Sexual Magic now. How have you changed? And all about your glow up. Those who chose Opalite. How have you changed? And how have you glown up physically? For Opalite, how have they glown up physically? All right. High Priestess, the Hermit, the Star. Wow. All major arcana here. And the Hanged Man, okay, all in reverse, along with the Ten of Pentacles again. So it's you guys have Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and now you have Ten of Pentacles upright. Again, you have money, you have, you have yourself, you have your self-love. There's so many people who want to be all over you. People think that you're very voluptuous, very beautiful, okay? I feel like some of you guys have you either trimmed down or you gained some weight, and it's very attractive the way that you're looking right now. I feel like a lot of you have either gotten a little slim thick, gotten a little thick, and you're looking damn good, okay? All right, we have the High Priestess here in reverse. People are realizing that you had this plan kind of all along. That you were someone who always had goals, always had a lot of potential. People would just kind of look at you and where you were doing at the moment, and were like, nah, they're not going to break out of this. They're just going to stay and drink and party, and they're going to be like this forever. But in actuality, you guys always had a plan for your life. You know what I mean? Just because you took your time on the weekends to have fun didn't mean you weren't working hard during the week, right? So people are understanding that you had a lot of things going on behind the scenes that were intended to make you successful, and that they're shook at it. You know what I mean? They're like, wow, you had the keys the whole time, and we didn't even understand that, Some of you guys have brown hair, some of you guys have red hair, curly, wavy hair. I'm sorry, I never get straight hair in my readings. I'm sorry. Some of you guys like to wear pink or blue, or also green. All right. I'm also seeing that the fashion sense has leveled up. Okay. Some of you guys like to wear more jewelry, low cut tops. That's very attractive. Okay. Anyway, so now we have the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, people, again, they're realizing that you were always this kind of wise person, and that, they were kind of rushing themselves, and they put that energy or that expectation for themselves onto you, when really, you really were trying to go about your life in a different way, not necessarily trying to get everything done before you're 30 and become a billionaire before you're 30. That's so unrealistic, guys. You were like, I'm just gonna live my life, I'm gonna have my fun, and I'm going to take my steps slowly and achieve my dreams. Now people are watching you, you know, do your thing. People are watching you have fun, live your life, have money, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe that I missed out on Opalite. You know, I never thought that they'd be this successful. I can't believe it. They're more successful than me now. I'm just sitting here with my damn candle, but I want to be over there kissing on them. Like, that's so mad. Okay, so they're upset. Then we have the star in reverse here. And people just really did not recognize your potential in the moment, or they thought that you didn't recognize your own potential, which is just silly. Like, you were always down for yourself. Of course you were gonna, you know, do all these amazing things for yourself. Yeah, people just feel like they missed out on you and being able to be around you, be in your energy, and I don't know, and kind of have some of this good luck, some of this good vibe rub off on them. All right, they feel like, oh my God, I missed my chance to be with you. You know what I mean? And now you're just soaring up to the skies, and I can't even reach you any longer. You know, it is what it is. All right, then the Hanged Man in reverse here. So again, you guys have become really, really wise. I mean, you already were wise, but you've become even more wise, and you guys are really messing with your own energy. You know what I mean? You guys love yourself, and it's very evident. It shows. That's why a lot of people have this almost like animalistic attraction to you, okay? There are a lot of people right now who want you in bad. Either people who are jealous and people who want you a lot, okay? Let's look into my white cards now. How have you changed? All about your glow up. For Opalite. How have you changed? Oh, okay. All right, deceptive, selfish, sneaky, attractive, and magnetic. You know what? People are actually mad at you for getting out of this stage in your life. Yeah, they are. Some people are like, you know, that was real sneaky what you did, you know, making us think that you had no potential. All of a sudden you just blew up like that, real sneaky. And you're like, I've been doing this the whole time. You just weren't paying attention. Like, what is this energy? But yeah, people are really attracted to you right now as well. People feel like you came up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? You came up out of nowhere. Like, it was kind of overnight for some people. They didn't look at you in a year, and all of a sudden you were like put together, prim, proper, looking bad. You know what I mean? Bad D. How have you changed? And all about your glow up. For Opalite. All about Opalite's glow up. How have they changed? Alrighty. Ooh, okay. I see you're doing better without me. All right. Period. Like I said, people are really, they're kind of shocked. They're shocked that you got to this place in your life. They're shocked that you did it by yourself. They're shocked that you didn't stay stuck. Like, you get their jaws hanging open. Seriously. All right. How have you changed? How have you changed? Okay. This one to come out. I'm not going to take it though. This one says sweet, caring, considerate, and genuine. That's you. All right. Very sweet. All right. How have you changed? I've heard some of you guys say, like, I'm salty as well. Like, I'm sweet and salty. Okay, let me know. Okay. Obsession, attachment, desperation, and unhealed trauma. Okay. Like I'm saying, some people are really obsessed with you. Like, I'm not even kidding. Some people are, like, watching you from afar, and they're shook. Like I said, their mouths are hanging open, and they're shook. And they just can't believe that you've gotten so far. So now they really want to get into your good graces. They want to be in your energy. They're also like obsessed with your story. You know, they're obsessed with your glow up here. But they don't want to talk to you about it. They're like nervous because they know that they know that they were in the wrong for thinking that you wouldn't make it, right? I'm avoiding conversation right now. I just can't take the heat, okay? So there are a lot of people around you, or like, you know, off to the sides on your social media and et cetera, who think that you were just like, you know, again, who are shook that you've blown up in this way, but they would never tell you, you know? They keep it to themselves, but I'll tell you. All right. Ooh. Are you thinking about me? I need to know you still care. What did I just say, guys? People are interested in you. They think you're hot. They think you're sexy, and they're surprised that you made it this far. I mean, stay shocked, boo. Stay confused. All right? Can't follow my path if you're confused. All right. I'm just kidding. Okay, how have you changed? These are the Energy Oracle cards. Energy Oracle. How have you changed? All about your glow up. Victory. Yes. Period. Okay. You guys have come into victory. You guys come into money. You came into glory. You came into your own selves, your most authentic self. People are jealous of that, you know? And I don't mean to sit here and like be like, oh, you know, people are jealous of you, so that makes you valid. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. But I mean, the energy is here, so I'm just reporting it. You know what I mean? I'm just a TV anchor right now. This is what it is. How have you changed? Okay, what's this, guys? Healer of all the ages in reverse. Yeah, it's like people really didn't see you heal. People are surprised because they didn't see you go through all these tough times. They didn't see you like go to therapy. They didn't see you I don't know, like proclaim on Instagram that you were having a hard time with your life and like you're get yourself right. You just kind of came out one day and you were a baddie. Like, when did that happen? You know what I mean? That's the shocking thing about it. You know, you guys transformed in the dark. And you came out into the light, you know, you guys created the light even. And then appreciation. All right, so again, there are a lot of people who are appreciating you right now, seeing you as a very beautiful rose in a garden. Also, you guys are appreciating yourselves, and that's really big energy coming through here. You know, it's very attractive when you guys are putting yourself first and telling people who don't appreciate you to kick rocks. You know what I mean? Like, that's hot. So, you know, keep doing you, boo. I love it. I love it. All right, how long? How have you changed? All about your glow up. Ooh. In the flow. When I am in the flow, magic happens. Yes, you guys are definitely in the flow of your lives. Some of you guys have like curly, wavy hair, dyed hair, unnatural colors. Some of you guys have orange hair. A lot of you guys have tan skin. All right, some of you guys have green eyes. But again, this is a really big transformation. And you guys are just, the thing is, people mistook you having fun for being aimless. But you guys always had this flow and direction to your life. I think you guys always knew what you wanted for your life and wanted to pursue that. People just didn't see your vision in the same way that you did. And I leave you to this card, okay? Self-belief. Self-belief is the magic key that opens up a better, more inspired future for me. Exactly. You guys always believed in yourself. You believed in your potential. You believed in your story. And now, because you took this time and had your fun, you guys have way more stories, way more experiences, way more life lessons to give, okay? You guys are probably great advice givers as well. People probably come to you for advice. Again, people are, these people who are jealous are shocked that they just cannot enter your space any longer. You know what I mean? It's not for them anymore. And they're a little jealous of that. Green eyes coming through really strong here. Then we have path awareness. If I sincerely ask, I am always guided back to the right path for me and to my central purpose. Exactly. It's like you guys always believed in your purpose. You always believed in your path. People didn't see your path the same way that you did. But again, it's your path. It's your life. And you lived it. And people are now like, wow. Take a shot every time I see people. You get so trashed. But, yeah, they are really just, again, shook that you knew so much about your own life, even at whatever tender age you were living at, you were acting that way at. They just didn't understand, how you got to this place. And let them stay confused, boo. Let them stay confused because you're out here living your grand life, being a baddie, doing what they can't do. All right? Period. Anyway, I hope you guys like this reading. I actually had to do it twice. My camera didn't record it. I was really sad. But I'm really happy that I got through it now. Yeah, if you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. If you guys would like a personal reading with me, I would love to help you out. Look at my description box down below, and that is where I have my services link, and that'll explain everything about reading with me. Furthermore, I have the OG reading for you guys. It's going to be all about what do you have any haters, how many do you have, and what do they think of you? Okay, what do they really think of you? All right, we're gonna find out. So yeah, that is it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you in the next one. Okay, love and light. Bye bye. Hey there, pal number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the rose quartz crystal, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. I am starting off with the Modern Witch Tarot today. This is, of course, how have you changed and all about your glow up. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So I feel like when you guys are growing up, or in the past when people used to know you, you were much more socially awkward. You were just kind of like fumbling over your words a little bit. Maybe you just had a hard time talking to people, being open with people, and kind of trusting that people are going to like you. All right. It kind of just seemed like things were just in the wrong timing for you as well. Like, I think you guys, like, wait, this is one. I think a lot of people haven't seen you over a long time, over a period of a couple years, and then you just kind of like showed up again, and people are like, oh wow, like you've changed a lot. Also with this, it's almost like the projects and the things you were starting at the time people knew you were like, you were having a hard time getting things done. It was kind of the wrong time for these projects to start, right? So now, though, you guys have really grown up in your perception of yourselves. You guys are really confident now. Very easy to talk to. Have your confidence in your own voice and your own vision. And your whole life seems to transform for a lot of people. Like, they're like, wow, you're just in a totally different place than you were previously. With the Ten of Cups here, there's also like a lot of happiness. People say that you are really emotionally happy, that you've, you know, maybe met somebody or dating somebody making you really happy, or you're just, you're really happily single. Your career is really awesome. Like, you guys just seem like you are such in a very happy, very mentally positive place. People are really happy for you. You know, they're feeling really good for you. They feel like things are going really well for you and you deserve it. All right. So let's check this out. This is the Tarot of Sexual Magic. So how have you glowed up? How have you changed? All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here. How have you glowed up? Seven of Wands in reverse. How have you glowed up? How have you changed? And now the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Quite interesting. All right. So I have to say, like, at first, people used to kind of write you off as maybe a romantic interest because of this maybe social anxiety. You're someone who's just a little bit nervous. You know what I mean? Yeah, people kind of write you off and act like you weren't a good, you know, match just because maybe you know, were a little bit awkward from time to time. But now people are really, really seeing that, like, damn, you're hot, seeing potential. People want to get into bed with you, okay? If not in a relationship. People think that, with this, like, your public persona is very teasing now. It's like you kind of know that you used to be this person and you tease that you know, you've grown up so much. It's very obvious that you've grown up, so you kind of just tease about it sometimes, like, ha ha ha, I'm so hot now. What else do we have here? There are a lot of people looking at your social media, by the way. A lot of you guys have really great butts. Congrats on that, having a great butt. A lot of you guys have really beautiful backs. Okay. Some of you guys like wear your hair in a bun a lot, and the people really like that. They love the bun, hun. Okay. People want to take your clothes off. I'm sorry. I'm just getting all these messages. Like, people want to take your clothes off. They're looking at you on Instagram, on your TikTok, your Twitter, whatever. They're like, please make an OnlyFans. You know what I mean? What else do we have here, though? It's like people feel like your style and your appearance was just kind of coming into, was really in flux a while ago. Like, you were still kind of figuring out your style and all that, but now you're really, really solid in all of that. All right, Queen of Pentacles. Not only are you solid in your style and your looks, you guys are solid in your perception of yourselves, and you guys really love yourself, and it shows very well. Also, you guys hold yourself to this like royalty standard. Not that you put so many expectations on yourself, but like you treat yourself like royalty, and the people who are around you need to do the same. So I love that. You guys really have these fantastic standards for yourself. People have noticed that you've leveled up who you allow yourself to be around. All right, like, your friends are better, your friends are more ambitious, you know, they're more for you, they're better friends. You know, people are noticing that. All right, a lot of people like have a lot of passion towards you. Okay, there are people off towards the side who want to get with you, who are turned on by you, who want to lay in the hay with you. Okay, this lady is pregnant here, so I need to say more. The people who want to you know, copulate, you know, get you pregnant. Okay. I'm trying so hard to be like PG-13, but it's not really working. But yeah, people are very turned on by you, to say the least. Okay, let's move on to my white cards here. All right, so let's get into the white cards. How have you changed, Rose Quartz? How have you grown up? All right, let's see this. the responsibilities of this relationship are not appealing to me right now. Okay. I'm just, again, getting how people in the past used to think that you weren't like a really great catch, but now they're like, oh, here they are, but now they're returning, okay? Past returning, rekindle, return to broken promises, honeymoon phase, and buyer beware. You can tell I wrote these. But yeah, anyway, again, people in the past were like, like this person in a relationship, I don't really know. I don't really see it. Like, they're so awkward. Like, I don't really know about this. And now they actually want to be with you. Boom. I want to be with you, but the timing isn't right. The timing, right? Oh, yeah. So essentially, it's kind of funny because they felt like your timing was off before, and now they feel like their timing is off, you know? Like, now you're just kind of, you know, not to say you're above them, but, you know, the whole situation is above you. You're just moving on to bigger and better things. You're doing your own stuff now. We also have, I see and I treasure your worth. And people think that you're really incredible now, you know? You really just come into yourself in this really lovely way. And you've gotten so attractive as well, all right? I don't know if you guys can hear that crinkling in the background. That's my cat. Okay, how have you changed? All about your glow up. So let's chose rose quartz. Ooh, this is only a test. Don't settle. All right, so there will be some people who come back from your past trying to get back with you. This is only a test. You know, don't let anybody who used to doubt you or, you know, think that you weren't so fantastic now try and like get with you because your energy has shifted and changed. All right, there are plenty of people who recognize that kind of stuff off the bat and, you know, don't have that past notion of you, right? But yeah, this is really incredible. Like, guys, you guys really come into yourself. You really come into your own light and your own self-love, all right? Let's look at the energy oracle cards now. How have you changed? All about your glow up. For those who chose rose quartz. All right, we have deceit in reverse. This is interesting. This card talks about coming out of a period of past deceit, all right? This is like knowing yourself better. Okay. Checking the cards. This is just like knowing yourself better and also understanding your own perspective better, having a higher perspective on your own life. I think at one point you guys like almost held yourselves back from being your true self and because of your circumstances around you, and now you don't have to do that. Or even when you guys did leave those circumstances, it could have been like, you know, you're having a tough time just being yourself. And now you're really past that. Now you're just comfortable in your own skin. You guys loving yourself, and it's very obvious. All right. What's that man holding a coin? Okay. So there either is someone, a love interest who has a lot of money who's interested in you, or you are the person who has a lot of money and, you know, someone wants to get with you. Okay. Either way, there's definitely someone coming into your life who wants you, someone who's going to be, you know, asking you out on a date. Okay. For some of you, it's going to be this past person. For some of you, it's going to be a new person. For some of you, a lot of you, it's going to be both. Okay, so watch out, all right? Is there any retrogrades happening right now? Let me know. Okay, how have you changed? We have the strategy card in reverse. This is interesting because, again, people kind of thought that you didn't really have a plan or that your plans weren't well laid and stuff like that. But now they're seeing that you really didn't need strategy to win in life. Like, you had patience with yourself. And you work slowly towards your goals. Like, of course, you had an ideal, you know, goal that you wanted to get to. Okay. But it's not like you guys were stifled by, I have to do it this way, I have to do it this way, I have to do it this way. You guys let yourself take your time in your life, and you got to where you wanted to be, all right? Too much. But anyway, let's move on to the Soulful Woman cards. How have you changed? All about your glow up. How have you changed, rose quartz? Enlightenment power. I am a woman choosing the power of my own consciousness as a vehicle for my growth. Yeah, this is amazing. Like, I think you guys just really had this level up and this change in your mindset, and understanding like who you are, and that really changed your environment. You know, that really changed your luck and things. That really changed your life. Loving from the inside. It is a blessing to give myself the gift of my own presence. Yes, it's like you guys started to understand your worth. You got to try to understand how powerful you guys are. And that's when you really took back control of your life and just became so happy. All right. People are just, you know, they are really happy for you as well. A lot of people are very, very happy for you that you seem like you're such a better place. You're so much more confident now. I'm like getting a lot of haters for this pile. Then we have service as co-creation. Oh, interesting. My service, no matter how great or small, is a conscious act of co-creation with the world. Now, some of you guys could actually be people who give advice pretty regularly, people who like to help others, or maybe you do have a job in service. Whether that be like, I don't know, you're a nail tech, or, you know, you're a nurse, or, you know, a doctor, you know, whatever that may be. But people feel like you're really great at your job as well, and that they're surprised that you got into this profession because it seems so unlike you in the past. But again, you guys have grown up so much that their perception of you is just, you know, it's off. They can't imagine the things that you're doing because they see you as this past person, and now you're just a whole new person. All right. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, just give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you guys would like a personal reading from me, I would love to help you out. Look at my description box below, and that is where I have my services link. That'll explain everything about a reading with me. Furthermore, I have the OG reading for you guys today. It's going to be all about, do you have any haters? How many? And what do they really think about you? Okay? We're going to go ahead and get into that at the end of the video. But yeah, that is it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll talk to you in the next one. All right? Love and light. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful amethyst crystal, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. And I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot to start out with today. And this is, of course, how have you grown up? How have you changed? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So, in the past, you guys have had a lot of dreams, a lot of plans, right? You've always been very ambitious. You always wanted a lot for yourself, and you talked about it to people, you know? People know about your plans. Although people felt like you were a little bit foolish to try and pursue the path that you were on, right? They were like, okay, like, are you really gonna make that happen for yourself? Is this really going to be happening for you? You know, like, are you skilled enough to do this? A lot of people didn't really believe necessarily in your dreams. You know what I mean? Also, you guys were surrounded by people who like weren't so great for you. Like, their energy was kind of off, and like maybe they were like energy vampires, you know, sucking on your like good vibes. You know what I mean? Always trying to drain the vibe. And now you guys are really proficient in judging people's character as well. And you guys have come to this point where outwardly people know and believe that you're going to achieve your dreams, and it's because of this fantastic judgment that you guys have. I think that something could have happened in your guys' friend group. Something could have happened in your life where you got rid of a lot of friends in like one foul swoop, either because, you know, you had some kind of falling out, things just didn't work out, you know, et cetera, things like that happen. But with the judgment card here, people are taking this as like you got out unscathed, you know what I mean? You dodged a bullet, because I think the other people in that friend group aren't doing as well as they maybe portray themselves to be, or other people see other people see your old friends as being bad influences, or they're just not that fantastic for you. They weren't like going anywhere, stuff like that. That's how people see them, regardless of how they actually are. But you guys have kind of made it out of the situation, and you guys are pursuing your dreams. So people are really impressed with you right now. Okay, they're kind of like, wow, I can't believe you kind of made it out of the situation. And also that you've not only healed yourself enough to attract a much better crowd, but you're attracting in all of your dreams as well. Okay, how have you changed physically? Let's see this as well. How have you changed physically, Amethyst? How have you glowed up? Actually, this card wanted to flip over, and I want to take it. Where did that go? Here we go. All right, how has Amethyst glowed up? Some of you guys grew some tatas. All right, I know that much. Okay, what else have we got here? Other than tatas. Okay. Alrighty. Let's look at this. So this is the 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so physically, you guys have gotten, I think, taller. A lot of you guys have gotten taller. I'm seeing long legs as well. Long legs, very sexy, okay? Also, you guys have really worked on your flirting skills as well. You guys are like great flirters now. Maybe you were like a little bit too direct in the past and it would like scare people away. People also thought that about you. But now you guys are fantastic flirts, okay? Very sexy, very sensual. People are also seeing that you're just flying right now. You're doing really well for yourself and you're no longer bogged down by the old friendships that were really difficult for you to be in, right? Okay, then we have the Three of Pentacles here. It's like you guys keep an arm's distance people. You know, you can see in this card, this woman is kissing this other person, this man, if you will. But she has her knees up. You know what I mean? They're not like touching chest to chest like that. You don't show people your heart very easily. You keep people at an arm's distance, even when you're messing with them. People respect that. You know, you're no longer foolish about like opening up to people really easily, you know, telling people your life story, even telling people what you want in life and from them, because some people will just morph into whatever you want them to be, just so they can be in your life for like that period of time. But you guys are wise up to that. You're not really about that life. And I see people really can't get to you like that. Like people have to work really, really hard to earn your trust now. People don't see you as being foolish about that kind of stuff any longer. All right. Physically, you guys have really like grown. I feel like a lot of you guys have just like hit puberty or something like, and just grown up. Or some of you guys have hit that second puberty, you know, like when you get into your early 20s, coming into your adult body, all that kind of stuff. People think you look really good. A lot of you guys have had some kind of like growth spurt on your chest. You know what I mean? The top ties have been growing. If you have those, you know. What else have you got here? People really want to romance you, actually. They feel like they get their heart broken, though, because you're so wise to character these days. It's like no one can fool you about who they are anymore. You see right through people, and that's really impressive. Like Windex, like Mariah Carey would say. Fun fact, me and Mariah Carey share a birthday. Okay, that's it. Anyway, so Seven of Pentacles in reverse. People see that you're very decisive now. Maybe you had trouble with being indecisive in the past and it would leave you in these kind of like awkward or like tense situations where you couldn't decide between people or between parties, between events or stuff like that. You guys, again, with the Judgment card, you guys are very decisive now, especially about character. You guys are fantastic judges of character. And you guys are people who are even like, I don't know, jealous of the way that you're able to understand people, the way that you're able to see through people and therefore protect yourself from people who have bad intentions. Okay, there are definitely some peeps around you who wish they could do that thing, you know, wish they could have that kind of discernment. All right, let's look at my white cards now. How have you changed? And all about your glow up for Amethyst. All about Amethyst glow up. How have they changed? How has Amethyst changed? All about their glow up. All right. Actually, I'm not going to take this. Doesn't feel right. Sorry, guys. How have you changed? All about Amethyst glow up. Please, Divine Spirit, give me a card. Alrighty. Okay, we have a couple of things here. Take mixed signals as a no. Okay, this is definitely speaking to the fact that you guys are, again, the discernment is on point. Like if someone's sending you these wonky signals, if someone's kind of coming to you with like weird energy, you're like, pause that, break that. Like I don't mess with people who have like this weird wonky energy. Okay, like you guys are really good at detecting when something's off. You know, third party situation, unwanted distraction, secret lover, emotional cheating. Psh, let me tell y'all, okay, there are some people who may be like in a relationship. It's gonna resonate for some people, it might resonate for like others, but there are a lot of people right now around you who are either in a relationship or they're single, who are thinking about you so much that if they were in a relationship, it'd almost be considered emotional cheating. Okay, I'm just here to give the message. Okay, if you don't understand what I just said because I'm talking super fast, I'm sorry. What I said was that there could be people around you who are in a relationship who are thinking about you so much that it's almost like they're cheating emotionally. There are people who are really into you right now, and they want to like get to know you more. They want to pass your test, essentially. You know what I mean? They want to be able to get into your life because they know it's an exclusive event. Your life is an exclusive event. All right. I messed up and now I'm really feeling the consequences. Okay, this could be like an ex of yours. Even if your ex has a new person, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. There are people who messed up and they really want to get back into your life because it would mean something to them. Okay, it would mean something special if they were to come back into your life, because you don't accept everybody just back into your space, you know? All right, how have you changed? How have you grown up? Also shows Amethyst. Come on now. All right, we have excuses, unwilling, blame game, irresponsible, and uninterested. Yeah, you know what? I just think you guys cut off all the people who were unwilling to be there for you, who were irresponsible in their own lives when it came to like the friendship, you know, having a good friendship with you, stuff like that. People trying to make you thirsty. I'm trying to make you thirst for my intention. Is it working? Like I said, there are a lot of people who are into you right now who are trying to get back with you. You guys are just not for that. You're like, I'm not really thirsty like that. I have my water right next to me. So you have to try harder. That's what's going on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to move on to the energy oracle now. Da, 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 da. All right. Ooh, interesting. Strategy in reverse. So again, like a lot of people didn't really believe in your plans. Like they knew you had all these plans for the future and that they were good ideas, but they didn't think you could pull it off. And then all of a sudden here you are doing all those things and are in a better position to do those things as well. Like people are kind of shocked that you've changed your environment so much. All right, how have you changed? And all about your glow up. Yin and yang. Yes, you guys are just incredibly balanced at this time. All right, you guys are just really loving yourself in this fantastic life space, you know, taking care of yourself and your energy, and saying no to people who won't do that for you, you know, who won't help you take care of your energy, who'll put you in that bad position. So again, I feel like it didn't used to be that way. You guys were like surrounded by people who just like weren't so fantastic for you. And now you just told them all to kick rocks, and it's been fantastic ever since, okay? Then we have the Magician and the Mirror. This is about manifesting, guys. You turn into a very powerful manifester. And it is because of this self-love. It is because of this self-belief that you guys have garnered this kind of incredible energy, all right? So really, really kudos to you for coming into your own power like this, claiming your power and using it to manifest what you need in your life, instead of, you know, some people will be afraid to claim their power and say no to people and do what they have to do to make themselves happy. But you guys, you know, got past that hurdle, got past people pleasing, and, you know, are living your best life. So snaps, yes. All right, last deck here, the Soulful Woman cards. How have you changed? Let me check that we're still. Great. How have you changed? All about your glow up. All right. Love this. Ageless beauty. With grace, dignity, and strength, I grow to the unique texture of my feminine soul. Yeah, you guys are really beautiful. On a side note, the face is gorgeous. A lot of you guys have dark hair, dark, straight, or like wavy curly hair. I know I said all the types there, sorry. But yeah, dark hair for sure. Tan skin or fair skin coming through. All right, what else have we got here? I know it's like all the skins. I'm trying, guys. Okay, anyway, we've got inner wellspring. I have an inner wellspring of love that luxuriously overflows with abundance. Yes, again, like you guys love yourself so much. You come into this really great space in your life. You're just really enjoying yourself. A lot of you guys have grown out your hair as well. A lot of you guys have grown out your hair, or you have very, very short hair. All right, I don't know, I'm doing a lot of opposites right now. It's coming through. So you guys have piercings as well. Or you don't. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just piercing this time. I'm just kidding. All right, then we have infinite self. Okay, my infinite self dwells in the sweetness of this very moment. Yeah, you guys just understand that you can constantly evolve and grow into the kind of person you want to be, and you just did that. You know, people thought that you would stay stuck in the same position with the same people, you know, like forever. And I don't know who lives that way. Life changes, life grows and expands, and you guys expanded with it. People are very impressed though about your glow up. You guys have like really great style, really great makeup right now as well. If you guys don't wear makeup, this is like your natural features are just on point. A lot of you guys are very like pointy, angular. You have really great eyebrows, by the way. Great eyebrows coming through, heavy. Blonde hair also coming through, or blonde highlights. All right. Also a beautiful lip shape for a lot of you guys. Okay, that's it. I would love that you guys like this reading today. If you did, just give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. If you would like a personal reading from me, I would love to help you out. Look at my description box down below, and that is where I have my services link. And that'll explain everything about a reading with me. Furthermore, I have the OG reading for you guys today. That is for anybody who likes, comments, subscribes to my videos. And it's going to be all about, do you have any haters? How many do you have? And what do they really think of you? Okay, if you want to know the tea, you already know I'm good for it. So go ahead over to the end of the video. It's like in a few seconds anyway. Like, try to watch, you know what I mean? Anyway. I will see you guys over there if you want to be over there. But other than that, I'll talk to you guys in the next one, okay? So, love and light, guys. Talk to you guys in the next one, okay? Bye-bye. Hello there to my OGs, to the very end of the reading. I'm so happy to have you all here today. Of course, you already know what this is going to be about. It's about, do you have any haters? And what do they think of you? And how many do you got? All right, I also have these letter dice over here, so we're gonna find out initials of your haters. If you want to know that, you know, the dice, see how many you got. I'm good for it. So let's go ahead and get into this. All right, do you have any haters, and what do they really think of you? If you're over here, you probably do. All right, do you have any haters, and what do they really think of my OGs? Okay. Off the bat, someone who used to date is like hating on you now. You know what I mean? Someone who used to like mess with, you guys cut off. This person is like, damn, I didn't get to, you know, be with you any longer. People who put you in like tough social situations and were like, maybe like mean to you in public, or they were, you know, like manipulative friends also. They're still watching you. They're still thinking about you. All right. See this. There's some people who are also jealous of like what you have in life and the way that you come into it. So those are some of your haters there, okay? Find out what they really think of you now. So what does people really think about my OGs? All right. Oh, we have the Emperor card here. They think you're one bad bitch, okay? Period. This is also like you guys are very like stable in life right now, okay? I think you're very stable, you're very grounded, and I think you're really shaky, okay? Josh's card as well. Like, you guys are fair. I think you're a fair person. If you cut them off, they feel like that was fair of you. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, yeah, I was being a dick. That makes sense. Like, what? Anyway. What else have we got here? What do they really think of you? What do they really think of you? They think you're cool, though. I feel like the energy coming through. They think you're cool. They're watching you for sure from afar. Getting like over your Instagram, social media, your TikTok, you know, whatever. They're watching your videos. They're watching your progression, okay? They're like one of your biggest fans, low key. They also think you're very emotionally stable, okay? You're in a really great place in your life. That you're someone who doesn't really get jazzed up very easily, okay? And again, they think you're hot. A lot of them, they think you're very attractive, okay? Boo-hoo. Okay. Boo-hoo for them. All right, so what else do they think about you? What else do they think about you? I don't know why we're not speaking. Okay, this almost came out in reverse, as in they do know why. These people they're weird. Like, like they want to act to other people. Like, they don't know why. Like, oh yeah, we're cool. Like, we're fine. Like, you know, like we're like friends or whatever, but in actuality, you guys are not friends. You wouldn't call them a friend, and they know exactly why you're not speaking to them, okay? But they want to front people in public because you're some hot news right now, you know what I mean? Then they want to be on your train. Interesting. But I see you're doing better without me, period. Okay, what did I just say? Like, they see you're doing better, they see you're living your best life. I like you more than I let on. Please don't leave, okay? Seriously, they're watching your social media. They're watching you from afar. They like you a lot, okay? A lot of them have crushes on you. You're my ideal person. Say less. Say less. These people have crushes on you, okay? That's why they don't really truly understand their feelings for you. Some of them, like, they're jealous, but they also want to, like, they want to be you, but they want to be with you, but they're also jealous of you. So it's, like, making them angry. You know what I mean? I don't know. Find Jesus, boo. You know what I mean? It's not my problem. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Let's find out how many haters you have with the dice. Okay, so how many haters do you got for my OGs? Okay, how many haters do you got? Actually, I'm gonna use both of them. Let's get a range. Let's get a range from what to what. How many haters? Some of you guys have one hater that's like really carrying you heavy with the 1 here, and some of you guys are up to 4. Okay, up to 4. I'm saying it's probably like a friend group. The person with 4, you're gonna know. You're gonna know who it is, and they're gonna be like again, a friend group. Okay, let's find some initials. Some initials of your haters. For my OGs, what are their haters' initials? For my OGs, what are their haters' initials? Okay. You got M, W, H, S, G, T. GT. R's, what's coming through heavy? R, RS, HMW, GT. GTA. I'm just kidding. Okay. That is it, guys. That's all I have to say. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. They got a lot out of it, of course. If you're an OG, you're not subscribed, that really don't make any sense. So if you want to go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me, if you're over here, you know I like my readings, so just do yourself the favor or whatever, you know. Anyway, I hope you guys like this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, of course. Comment down below if it resonated with you. I'd love to hear from you guys. And until I do next time, talk to you guys in the next reading, okay? Lots of love and light. Bye-bye.